and it's Rainy Breeze. Like, this is pretty cool. It's just raining, dude. I'm live right now streaming early access with all the new stuff on Valorant. Come and check me out on kick.com/urnotjustin. See you there. Enjoy the video. Hello, I'm urnotjustin, and today we are going to be looking at everything that is new in episode 8. First and foremost, what you guys want to see is this, but there's something else that you guys are going to want to see, and that is this. There is a new weapon in the game called the Outlaw, and I was on the fence about whether or not this was going to come with skins at all or what have you, and this comes with an Ego version of the Outlaw with all the Ego variants that we know and love. And likewise, it also comes with a Prism Outlaw, which I think is especially insane, especially considering that this, you know, again, it just has all those Prism variants that we just know and love. And I'm sure the Battle Pass probably includes something as well, but we'll get into that. Back to the store though, however, we are going to look at the Kuronami stuff. 9,500, this is an, actually no, this is an exclusive edition for some reason. 8 items in total, a spray, a card, and a buddy. This collection is going to be really cool, and I'm excited to show it to you guys. I'm particularly excited to show you guys the No Yaiba. Probably pronouncing it wrong, but it's an entirely new melee with new assets. It's like a chain melee. But yeah, basically this set is like Reaver beats ninjas, beats water bending. You'll find out why, trust me. Let's stop talking about it though, and let's buy it. So the first thing that I want to buy is not Kuronami, but it is the throwback Outlaw skins. We're going to buy that right now. We'll check out some of the variants for this stuff as well, but for now, we will go back to the store and now buy Kuronami. Pretty hype. 8 items in total, like I said. Let's go through and equip everything now. Nice. Something to note right off the get-go is that the card does in fact move. It's animated, which is really pretty cool. We haven't seen that in a really long time. We'll equip the spray as well. We should only have one. Actually, no, we have the 2 here. We'll equip both. There is the Outlaw spray as well, which this can't be used in game. Like, you can only use post round. That's so stupid. What the heck, dude? What are they doing at Riot? Who is this going to confuse? So, fun fact, you would need 360 Radiant to upgrade all of the Kuronami stuff, and the Battle Pass, the new Battle Pass only comes with 160 Radiant, so, you know, do the math on that. So, first things first, what I want to do here before we upgrade the Kuronami stuff is we're just going to take a look here at the Outlaw skins that we're starting with. The whole point of these is to give us something to start with. For some reason, they didn't include anything in the Battle Pass, which I think is a huge L, because why would you not include a Battle Pass skin for free versus something that people are going to have to buy for a weapon that they're not entirely sure of yet? It's entirely new. Personally, what I would have done is I would have given us a Kuronami Outlaw skin and not a Marshall skin. I don't really understand the whole point of it at all, but I digress. You know, you have Prism with those classic Prism variants. If I were to use this, I would just keep it on the blue variant because that's probably the best one out of all of them, really. And then we also have Ego, as you guys saw, with those variants as well. This strange variant that exists for some reason. I'm going to buy the ugliest variant of Ego, though, and that's what we're going to do. Next up, what I do not want to do is upgrade the melee for Kuronami, because last time we were on early access, you could not revert this stuff back to level 1. So we're going to look at this in level 1 first, and then we're going to upgrade it and everything else. All right, so here we're on the range. Arguably, you don't need to upgrade this. Mind you, I have not seen it with its actual upgrades, but again, a reoccurring theme from 2023 that we're apparently bringing into 2024 is that you don't need to upgrade the melee, so you can save some of your Radiant with it. And I really like that sentiment a lot because, again, you know, having these nice pullouts and stuff like that is pretty cool, and the Radiant is just a bad system on this game. But let's look at the Brandish now. You know, pretty standard stuff. Like, we'll see how this really changes in terms of what happens when we get the upgrades. Like, what kind of cool sounds and, like, little particles are going to come out of this. We'll see. Let's go back to the inventory now. Okay, let's upgrade this. We can get any variant we want with this, because keep in mind the amount of Radiant that we have. I don't know, honestly. I kind of really like the default here. It's you know, it looks the most realistic because it's just steel. But I think for now, we'll probably settle for the Reaver variant here. Next up, I would upgrade the Vandal, so let's do it. Cool. Now, you'll notice I refer to this as the Water Skin Collection. I'm going to show you guys right now why that is. It makes it rain on the map, dude. We have, like, themed maps finally after all these years. And you can also think about it. So it's pretty interesting. Like, I don't really understand the influence for this, but they executed it very well. And this is worth the hype, I would say, so far. For now, though, we will do black because I'm hoping that it's a lot cooler when we're actually in game. And I have a feeling it probably will be. Up next, we're going to do the Marshall. We'll do the white variant for this. There is a Spectre. Cool, cool, cool. I suppose we'll keep this on default for now. And then there is lastly a Sheriff. Cool, and we'll put this on, of course, the only one we haven't used yet, which is the purple Reaver variant. All right, so let's head into the range and see what we can make happen. Alrighty, here we are at the range. Let's pull out this, and oh, okay, cool. So you actually do get a bit of a different animation. So it's interesting. If you did upgrade this, you would get an entirely different animation with it, like, which is to be expected, but you still have a unique one without upgrading it as well, which is pretty cool, I think. I'm pretty sure this is an Eternal Brandis, which is neat. Also, the blade on the left there is really giving Prism vibes of how it's glowing like that. Pretty neat. Let's swing it. Definitely think that they are giving you a reason to both keep it unupgraded and upgraded. You know, pretty cool either way, I would say. Anywho. Okay, that's a nutty pullout for that. What? Did a new best sheriff just drop? Has music as well. Well, let's smoke some bot. Wow, that reload. You'll notice as well when you fire this, it's like two swords clinging together, which is pretty cool. There's like a medieval battle going on when you're firing this. That reload is really fire. They did an awesome job with that for sure. Love that. It's sort of as I predicted. This definitely does look way darker in-game than it shows you in the inventory. So do not be deterred from buying this just yet. ADS is insanely unique for what it is. That reload is just so cool too, dude. I love it. It's good. This... Wow. Honestly, probably one of the cooler Spectre reloads in the entire game. I can't really think of anything besides Reaver that has somewhat of a unique reload with it. This is easily one of the best, like, animation-based skin sets I think that we've really had ever in the game. I don't want to say that it's the best, but this definitely will give Reaver a run for its money, absolutely. Like, maybe not in terms of its price, but animations literally are pretty top tier. I always forgot, but let's take a look at this. I love how that looks. It just, I don't even know how to explain that, but that's hitting a part of my brain in a good way. Best martial reload in the game. Calling it right now. You just really want to fire this thing like at all times, dude. Amazing. I'm just going to talk about the skin for this because I already recorded my synopsis on what the Outlaw is, and it's going to be towards the end of the video. So for now, let's just focus on the skin. And you're damn right, we chose the ugliest variant of Ego. It's really not that bad. This would be fine if it didn't have the green on it, in my opinion. That's sort of the only issue with this for me. But yeah. This is an insane weapon, if you guys don't know. Like, seriously, go to that part. There will be chapters in the video. You can check in the description or by skimming through the video. This weapon is absolutely nuts, and it should not make it out of early access. Like, definitely go and check out my first reaction to this. Like, now that some time has passed since I've actually played with this, again, I cannot stress this to you enough. This should not make it out of early access, and this is going to be what's used more than anything else in any game, ranked or anything. This is going to get nerfed, and if it's not, they're insane for it. I'm going to include this here before I show you guys my synopsis of this weapon and the maps, but just real quickly, okay? I didn't really touch on this yesterday. If you look at this, you move at 5.4 run speed when you're running with this, and for some reason, this is like just one of the many flaws with this. The Bucky speed that you move with is 5.06, and the Judge is also 5.06. This moves with the same speed that you would run with a Phantom and a Vandal. So, I don't know, dude. It's just a little bit ridiculous to me. I do not know what they were thinking with this weapon. This needs to be nerfed. It's probably going to be nerfed, and that's all I can say about it until you guys watch the other part of the video. So there are changes to Ice, Box, and Lotus as well, and I'm going to do a no commentary walkthrough of the entire map. It will be slightly sped up. Leave your comments about what you think about it. Let's do it. All right, so we are here in the new buy menu, and it just looks a little bit condensed and cluttered because of them adding the Outlaw, but it's here with these sniper rifles, and I just want to say straight away, this weapon is absolutely ridiculous. This weapon is going to be insanely annoying, and it is going to be nerfed. That's my consensus about this, but let's just do it. You'll notice I don't have skins on for this right now. That's something I will disclose why at the end of the video. You look at me with a straight face and tell me that that should be the way that this is. So the no-scope accuracy is not like the Marshall. You're not going to have perfect shots when you're no-scoping with this. So that is sort of the big picture with this, is that this would literally be overpowered if you could just no-scope people with this. But that's not how this is going to work every single time. It has a very bad hipfire accuracy. So that does sort of give you a bit of a cushion in terms of like how annoying is this weapon going to be. But again, you have to think of like the scope in. It's very quick. So boom, boom. And the reload itself is also pretty slow. Two shots, and you know, you got to reload it. And the reload is itself again is like slow. And I know you guys are curious about the collats with this. The bots do not have armor on currently, but you've probably seen clips on Twitter because there's an earlier access than the early access that I have currently. But we'll demonstrate it here anyway. So you see there's 3 bots there. All 3 of them will probably die from this, but we'll give it a shot. Yeah, let's see. Just insane. So there's 2 there. Now there's none. I'm gonna do a body shot from this distance too. Body shot again, just 140, no fall off. This has no fall off, and I don't understand what they were thinking. The firing sound for this is also really interesting. So being able to identify when somebody is shooting at you with an Outlaw versus, you know, the Marshall. Oh, I almost fell off the map. We all know how the Marshall sounds. When somebody's fighting with the Marshall, you're going to know. See, it's very obvious. And then when we switch back to the Outlaw, it's important that you know exactly what you're fighting against. So I think they did a good job with that in that instance. You'll notice that we also fired pretty quickly there. So I've been firing slow. We're going to go back up here, and I'm going to show you guys exactly how quick this fires. I'm just going to fire it as fast as I can. About the same as the shorty. Just some things to consider with this is that, again, you have to understand that this is 2,400 credits. It's only a little bit more expensive than the Guardian, and this is probably going to be more consistent in terms of how much you damage people. Obviously, we're not fighting moving targets that are real people with brains, with armor, mind you. But again, you just have to sort of consider just the pricing of this and the effectiveness and what it is as an item. As a matter of fact, we will turn on bot armor. Again, we're going max distance here. Look, we'll collat them. There's 2 right here. So both did die in both shots. You have to understand, I could have fired faster. There is, you know, 2, 3 bots right here. We'll do the 2 that are lined up right here. We're just going to fire straight away. Both dead. I'm happy that they added this into the game, but sort of my thought process with this is that, what about this? Okay, like, I feel like right click should just be removed from this. You know, because getting the distance just right with this is so challenging, even for like a seasoned player or maybe somebody who consistently uses this item. It's insanely hard to actually get the proper distance down for this thing. Mind you, this is 850 credits, this is 2,400 credits, so they're not really comparable in that regard. But again, this just one-shots, okay? Like, you're never going to like not one-shot somebody with this in most scenarios, it feels like. Obviously, you need to hit the shots. These are bots that are standing still, but I digress. Look at the sniper rifle there, Outlaw. It says high impact versus the Stinger, which is low impact. And then something like the Phantom and the Vandal being medium impact. This is high impact for some reason. Reminder, Bucky is low impact, and so is the Shorty, and so is the Judge. I'm not sure if you can actually shoot through this. I think you can, but let's give it a shot. Yeah, he's gone. We'll do it again. This bot, I didn't hit at all. I'm pretty sure I'm getting them in one shot. Mind you, these are armored bots, okay? See, bot's dead in one shot there, dude. It's just insane, and I don't know, man. I'm happy they added something new into this game, but I don't know if this is the item that we wanted to have added into this. I, for sure, see this getting nerfed very, very, very quick. At least hopefully. I don't think people are going to like this. Like, this sounds cool right now, and everybody's like, oh, like a new weapon in the game, but I don't know. People are going to get super duper annoyed with this. Like, you thought the Marshal was annoying, dude. The Marshal, like, being a consistent 101 in all scenarios, it ain't got shit on this. So this is the part of the video where we look at everything in the battle pass, and I'm going to make comments where it is due, but other than that, it's going to be a speed run. So let's go and do this. I really like this. I love, there's a skin bundle that's in this that looks like this as well. It looks like Gecko, but obviously it has the Tactifriends on it. It's pretty cool. Speaking of the double, there it is. Be really cool with the actual buddies. You dropped this, King. I really, really like this spray. This is super fire. I love, love, love this card. Really cool. Egg. I really like this spray. It looks like it's random every time. Yeah, it's random every time. That's so cool. That's literally so cool. I want stickers that look like this. And speaking of, they did a lot of Tactifriend stuff. It's like a, yeah, Hula Bear. That's awesome. Yeah, no, all this Tactibear stuff. Now that I look at it, this skin is actually kind of weird in like a good way. This looks like cryostasis, but not quite. Guardrail is what this is called. There was a guardrail card that we saw earlier. We'll see which of this stuff has variants. Guardrail hammer. It's shaped like an axe a little bit. I will say it's incredibly interesting to me that this does not include a Outlaw skin. You would think that there would be a Battle Pass Outlaw skin just so everybody could have one. It's kind of crazy to me that they didn't include that. This has been episode 8, early access. I love you guys, and I thank you so much for watching it. And, you know, let me know what you guys are feeling about the new collection, the new weapon, the Outlaw. Like, seriously, like, am I wrong about it? You know, give me some pushback on it, as always. I love some discourse in the comment section. What a way to end the video, dude. I love you guys. As always, I'm Justin. You're not. Like the video if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new. Click the bell for notifications so you don't miss a single video ever. And I'll see you guys in the next one.
Cultivate, let that word go and resonate. Dominate your mind. If you need me, I can demonstrate. Synthesize the rhythm and forget about your mistakes. Let it go. Let it go. Cultivate, let that word go and resonate. Dominate your mind. If you need me, I can demonstrate. Synthesize the rhythm and forget about your mistakes. Let it go. Let it go.